I woke up early this morning and suddenly realized that you guys just aren't getting enough vlogs from me lately. And since today happens to be village day, I thought I'd let you check it out. Wait, actually, let's just hold off on the vlog for a little second. You haven't even had a chance to see my yard yet. Yeah, it is still being renovated. It is still very much a work in progress. I mean, I've even got a pool now. I was just showing off a little bit there, honestly. But now I think we can finally move on to the next part. All right, because I have quite a long journey ahead of me before I reach the village center. Well, alright, it really wasn't that long of a walk, honestly. So we have traveled maybe 500 or 600 meters away from the house, and here we are, right at the party. So let's just dive right in. By the way, this Village Day celebration is actually supposed to last for 2 whole days. It is still morning right now, just around 11 o'clock. The very first cultural program is just starting up, and it is going to continue all day long, non-stop. There really ought to be some amusement rides open somewhere around here, you know, just like the ones you see in those classic old American movies. And, well, it feels like they basically migrated all the way over here straight out of those very same old American movies. I mean, that boat over there is definitely from that exact same old American movie, I would imagine. Anyway, look, here is some artwork created by the local children. Please do not litter, just plant some flowers. Basically, it's all about ecoactivism, which focuses on protecting our precious nature and explaining the many reasons why you really shouldn't be throwing your trash away. Basically, for everything good and against everything bad. We must have no plastic here. It's progressive, you see. Take a look at this trash recycling process. Listen, eventually, there's just got to be a massive amount of foam. Now this is what I call a party. I really want to go inside, but I'm afraid that people are going to look at me kind of weird. What are your initial impressions of this whole foam party? That is awesome, huh? Valero's on tranquilizers, he doesn't give a fuck. Okay, the kids have cleared out. What does that mean? Let's go, huh? Bye. Let's head out now. We really ought to head inside. Come on, let's get going. All right, oh damn it. Yeah, that is right. Just make sure no kids are around. That is so awesome, eh? Let's go ahead and get ourselves completely soaked through. Let's just go ahead and do it. We really need to sit down. Agatha, just sit down. Oops, just like that. There we go.
I'm already completely soaked through.
That's great. Come on, go ahead and soak me. Awesome, that is really great. Thank you so much for your help, Agatha. You did a truly wonderful job on this. No, you're going to need a little bit more. You want some more? Is that it? What on earth are you doing? Why are you falling down like that? Oh shit, Agatha has fallen down. I'm probably really dirty in the back, but it is definitely very wet. Thank you, Agatha. Thank you. You can just pile it all on for me. All right, that is enough for now. Sol is calling me. We were so rudely interrupted at the most fascinating part of our conversation because in a treacherous turn of events, the salt for the pool arrived. I was forced to head back inside in order to properly receive the incoming delivery that just arrived at my place. It is just a mere 175 kilograms of pure white salt meant for this guy right here. Unfortunately, I did not manage to finish filming the entirety of my wild foam party experience, so I am attaching a few photos showing exactly what I looked like when I had to rush off to meet the courier at the front door. You know, I honestly believe that if I had actually grown up living right here in this place, I would have been the absolute happiest child in the entire world, simply because the cotton candy here is completely free. I mean, it's just totally free. Like for the Village Day celebration, that gentleman standing over there is just hanging out and making fresh, free cotton candy for every single person who walks by. Can you even imagine that? Isn't that just something else? We know this isn't free. It's funded by Serbian taxpayers' hard-earned money, but we've got an amusement park here. And I really have to say that is one truly massive and giant cookie. Just standing there chilling. Hope they invite me to try it. So what else is there to see around here? At first I honestly thought that was a shooting gallery off in the distance, but it's not. Well, maybe it actually is, but it's a really strange one. And here we have the planes. Like I said, it's exactly like the ones you see in those American movies, and I have a very strong suspicion that the rides themselves were actually brought over directly from there. It looks like one of those to throw something, win something kind of carnival games, but it seems like it won't actually start operating until much closer to the evening. That's because the main celebration and the real party only happen in the evening. Let's take a much closer look at this little cookie over here. It looks like it wasn't fast enough to run away, and someone finally managed to catch it. Okay, I'm turning around now, I'm facing directly into the sun. Anyway, the morning entertainment is over, so now we just have to wait for the evening festivities. So as we continue our journey through the fair, I'm sure you've noticed that something about me has changed, right? Or has nobody even bothered to take a look? You see, there was this rather intense waffle making competition, or perhaps I should say, translated into our own native tongue, because it is a waffle. I also think of it as the Olympic Games, but exclusively for the sake of waffles. I have no idea who won the whole thing. I asked to serve on the jury, but they wouldn't let me join. So in protest, I chose not to participate. Instead, I headed to the local shooting gallery. I found out everything and even ended up winning a pepper. You really are a true sharpshooter. I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but they've just started the carousel. I'll show you exactly how this works. I don't know how these kids sign up for this. It's genuinely scary just to watch it. I bet it looks pretty lame on camera. But in person it looks terrifying. Anyway, I think it is finally time to head back home, relax for a while, and then return for the concert featuring the famous B3, B3, and whoever else is playing. I really do not know yet. We have arrived here just in time for the evening concert. I really want to take a moment to show you a little bit of that, truly intimate and charming village atmosphere. We have managed to secure a really prime spot right here near the main stage and right here at the nursing home. Yes, this is actually a nursing home. They have set up this lovely little makeshift cafe, and if you look over there, I am not entirely sure if you can see the stage clearly or not. We are sitting here in absolute style, in what I honestly believe are the very best seats in the entire village. The only other place with a better view of Bissana would be from a house window, but the vibe just wouldn't be the same, so we decided to come out here. I'm getting really annoyed because this concert was supposed to have started 20 minutes ago, and it still hasn't even begun to play for us. There's a DJ playing right now, but for the life of me, I simply cannot seem to remember his name. Anyway, to be perfectly honest, I am feeling quite annoyed by the whole situation right now, and behind me, just so you know, there is a guy making some fresh pljeskavica, if anyone here happens to be interested in that. Anyway, regardless of all that, we are just standing here waiting for things to finally happen. Well, the musicians have finally made their appearance, and now we can head back home with a perfectly clear conscience. Tomorrow we have the Big Fish Soup Olympics, so so you will get to see all of that very soon indeed. I actually started to get a little bit worried that the total runtime might be just a little bit too short. So I thought that I really should include a nice thorough tour of the village for all of you. Let us start right from the very beginning of it all. We seem to have stumbled upon some sort of agricultural farm here, though I honestly have no idea what it is they actually do. According to all the official documents I've managed to find, I suspect they are actually completely bankrupt. However, there are usually some really cool sheep grazing around this area. I'm not entirely sure where they've gone, but they aren't here at the moment. Perhaps if I manage to track down some footage of those sheep, I'll edit it in later. I'm not sure if I should just be showing these regular streets, but it's quite cool and pretty, so I'm going to show it anyway. Enjoy the vibe for a bit and listen to the sounds. I think that it's quite amazing. Alright, the second attraction on our list is a dog that has a really funny bark. Damn it, of course. The moment I finally turned on the camera and the sound, it just stopped barking. This is the funny barking dog. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. But these are some juicy cherries waiting for me, but I'm afraid they'll kick me out of the village, so I'm not picking them. There is just an absolutely insane, overwhelming amount of them all over the place here. They are literally practically jumping right into my open mouth, if you can even believe that, I'm not even joking. I was just walking along minding my own business and whoops, one just jumped right in there. What is there really to be done about it? I don't even particularly care for sour cherries. I find that sweet cherries are much better. Honestly, I am not entirely sure if these old abandoned houses really count as tourist attractions. The only thing that is even remotely interesting about this place is that they installed that support pole just to make people feel anxious about the structure collapsing. However, I am certainly not worried, so I am moving on. Man, can you actually believe it? It is happening again, and I am completely against it. I really don't want to eat it. I mean, that's not what I meant. Did you see that happen? It fell right into my mouth. It wasn't my fault at all. This one was much tastier. Once again, I am not entirely sure if this is officially a tourist attraction, but there is this really cool house with wheels mounted right on the wall. Then there is this plant I do not recognize at all. It looks like a plum, or maybe a sour cherry, or perhaps a sweet cherry, or even an apple. I'm not going to attempt that. It is simply not my cup of tea. Also positioned at one of the village entrances, there is a cannon, a mortar, and yet another cannon. Honestly, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if those things were still in perfect working order. I mean, that really is a true absolute classic. I'll make sure to find a video clip and edit it right in for you to see. Now, this one is located in a yard over in the very next village. So specifically for your benefit, I went completely out of my way just to show it to you. Well, actually, I suppose I was just driving past the area at the time. But regardless, here it is, just sitting there in the middle of a yard. The Balkans. I have a feeling Olivka isn't really enjoying this walk. Hey, lick the camera. Please do not for a moment think that we are mistreating this poor little animal of ours. We took her to see the vet and they confirmed that our dear Olivka is suffering from dysplasia. Regardless of how she feels, the doctor was very clear that she absolutely must get out and walk every single day. Now Olivka certainly does not enjoy it one bit, but despite that, our sweet Olivka still goes out and walks. Look at how incredibly happy she is right now. I haven't even told you the most important part of the story. The name of the village is called Kruščić. Kruščić was in fact a legendary hero of Yugoslavia. And the village was known by the name Veport back in the days when it was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Then eventually the Austro-Hungarians were quite politely asked to pack their bags and leave. Honestly, the whole history of this place is really quite fascinating. Originally there were Serbs, then the Danube Swabians arrived to colonize the area, and long before that there were even the Turks. Anyway, it is all just incredibly complicated. So basically, the village is called Kruščić after a Yugoslav hero, and the previous name I know is Veport. Next up on the tour, we have three places at once: the fire station, the hardware store over there in the distance, and the hospital. Here are a couple of rather interesting facts for you. There is a fire station and there are even firefighters, but they are not actually full-time staff members because there is a fire station just like this in absolutely every village, and staffing every single one of them is practically impossible. It relies on volunteers, people who live in the village who are officially designated as firefighters, and if something catches fire, they just head over to the station. And there is even a fire truck. I think it was in the footage from yesterday. If I manage to find it, I will include it. Yeah, it likely dates back to the old Yugoslavia era. Anyway, they come here, quickly hop in the fire truck and go put something out in the village. Personally, I think it's not a bad idea since you can't provide firefighters for every village because there's just an insane, unbelievable number of them in Serbia. So they have these volunteer fire brigades. I think they get paid for it and they go out to fires when needed. Next item is the hospital. Yeah, it's a full-on hospital. They see patients here, and there's even an inpatient ward. One interesting fact, until recently, an oncologist from Moscow worked as a GP in this hospital. I don't know if it's for better or worse, but the guy got an invitation to surgery, went to study, even though he's already, I think, nearly 40. But because of certain nuances with medical education, the only thing he could work as was a local GP. So he found a hospital that paid for his training, and he went to study to be a surgeon and will work in surgery performing operations. There's not much to say about the hardware store. It's a store and it's for hardware. There are gas cylinders over there. Wonder what the blue ones are for. Probably oxygen. It's just that we're used to seeing them used a bit differently. I mean, if the propane looks more or less the same, why the oxygen is in such thin cylinders, I don't know. We have only managed to tour about 30 or 40% of the village, but first of all, we are just too lazy to walk any further, and second, poor Olivka has basically died from the heat, so the village tour is officially ending for today. But wait, if you guys like it and I see a response, I'll film a full tour of the village with all the details. For now, let's go eat some fish paprikash. By the way, I was wrong yesterday. It's not fish chorba, it's paprikash. It's a bit different because peppers are ground into the broth base. So paprikash and paprika. Tak, let's get moving. Okay, since we are passing by this way anyway, I will show you another future attraction. We are currently building an Orthodox church. There is already a Christian church here in the village, but it is Catholic. I will definitely show it to you in the full tour if there is one. It is a very beautiful Catholic church. Now this one, the Orthodox one, is being built, and it's got a 5G radiator right there, so it hits the whole village. Yeah, this thing is blasting us with 5G rays. Please show some support for Olivka in the comments. She's having a really hard time walking. The dog is standing right behind the chicken. There is a dog chasing after a chicken. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on Zoom. Okay, we got distracted, but the chicken hopefully got away. Please show some support for Olivka in the comments. Yeah, she's having a really hard time walking, but she has to... Oh shit, she just laid down. Olivka, you really must do this. It is strictly by the doctor's orders. Please come on now, my dear Olivka. I know that you are fully capable of doing it. I'm intentionally keeping the microphone away from her so you do not have to listen to her happy huffing and puffing. Come on, Olivka, you can do it. Please raise up and say, write something in the comments. It is very difficult for her, but she really needs this. Olivka, you can do it. You just have to push through the pain. Yeah, that's Olivka. Once again, God knows that I truly did not. She launched a sudden vicious attack on me. How incredibly bitter and sour that was. While I am sitting here waiting for both Olivka and Vasilisa to arrive, why don't we take a moment to listen to this dog with that truly hilarious bark? Hey there, how's it going? Well, she wasn't around here when we were walking along that path earlier, and this right here is the main attraction, the one and only legendary Dogo Bogo. Hey there, you magnificent little Dogo Bogo. Hey there, she's got in the house with she's my little Dogo Bogo, and she makes sure to bark at anyone who walks by without stopping to pet her. By the way, Dogo Bogo is just my nickname for her, since I have no idea what her real name is. Watch her now, as she's going to run ahead and pretend that it was not her doing. Look at that, just hopping along like she is a brand new Dogo Bogo, just another one of them. You know what I mean, don't you? Hello to you as well, and to you too, my little Dogo Bogo. She has a little friend who really likes to bark. And here we are at last. Well, that is just Dogo Bogo. I think we'll call this one Dogo Baiti. It's just another one of our working titles, isn't it? Maybe we'll go with Dogo Bogo instead. All right then, goodbye for now, Dogo Bogo. Okay, I think that covers it. There are no more holes left here. Wait, was that another new dog that just showed up? All right then, let me come over and give you a nice little scratch. I'm scratching the third little doggo boy right here. Oh, you're looking for some pets, aren't you? I know you really want them. You want them, but you seem a little bit scared. The evening is almost here. Well, it's just turned 4 o'clock, and that means it is time for us to head over to our famous waterfront. Anyway, these Serbian festivals never surprise me. Look over there, a crowd is just sitting in the back. So the thing about Serbian festivals, at least the ones I've personally been to, like the famous Cevakijada, these massive food Olympics, is that basically people just come to hang out. No miracle ever happened there. People just get together. For some strange reason, they don't want to meet in their own backyards. Instead, they want to gather on a specific day in a specific place just to cook the exact same food. Today, for instance, it's all about fish paprikash. Yes, the judges will likely make their rounds later on to sample everything and pick out the absolute tastiest dish. But in all honesty, you have to realize that there really isn't any kind of food court or vendor setup here. I believe the only time they actually sold sarma was back at the Sarma festival. Around here, people just prepare it for themselves, and that is really all there is to it. So don't expect any miracles. It is a good thing I managed to film a portion of the review for this part of the village. I'm going to take a moment to show you a little bit more of this incredible view from way up here, and I suppose that this is where I should bring this particular vlog to a close. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone for tuning in and watching along with me today. If you would like to see more content like this, it is entirely up to you, or perhaps I should say it depends on your reaction to this video. So this, I really love you all so much, and sending you all my kisses and big warm hugs, and so I guess it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye for now.